3, 2, 1. Beef fried rice. I know that looks good, doesn't it? The beef is tender, the rice is flavoured, and the little veggies are snuck in there. Let me just specify that this is Chinese style beef takeaway before people be like, that's not how you make it. Who told you I was making yours? I'm making my rendition, but it's authentic to Chinese cuisine. Alright, intro over. Let's get into the ingredients. You can get steak or you get stir fry strips. Whatever your budget says, that's what you're gonna do. I'm using sesame oil, rapeseed oil, switch of vegetable oil, some broccoli, the beef, the ginger garlic paste, and the soy and oyster sauce with a bit of MSG, but we'll talk about that later on in the video. Alright, here's where I debunk the myth and tell you that your rice does not need to be day old. It literally just needs to be cooked through and easy to work with. That's what I'm doing. I did a 1-to-1 ratio of jasmine rice with a bit of olive oil because we're trying to be healthy over here, sneaking a little health here and there. Cool, you're gonna leave that to steam and then you're gonna start prepping your veggies. I love spring onions. They just bring like a nice crunch, taste and texture. And you're gonna notice that I'm using mostly greens. I'm actually not using any other veggies apart from broccoli in here because I just really wanted to get my veggies in. You could use peas if you don't like broccoli, or you could use carrots, whatever. Feel free, it's yours. You need to freestyle. Now, I love spring onions. First of all, I love them for the smell, the taste, the texture, the crunch. Just something about them. They're just the most beautiful vegetable. I'm gonna start by dicing. I'm gonna separate the whites from the greens. The whites get cooked and the greens are for garnish. Say that with me. The whites are for cooking, the greens are for garnish. You know what I mean? You can. Next step, clean your broccoli and then slice them up into the sizes that you want to bite on. There's no point in making them bigger than what you're going to enjoy. This is what I tell you about when it comes to cooking. You actually adapt to what you're going to enjoy, because at the end of the day, it's going in your body. Now, I was trying to tell people in my other video that your relationship with food is more important than what you actually consume. How you view it, how you approach it, and how you feel about it. To taste. Right, cool. Now that the sauce is all done, see what we've prepped. We've prepped our white and green onions, we've prepped our broccolis, and we've prepped our soy and oyster sauce. In my non-humble opinion, there's nothing worse than beef that's not tender. Beef is meant to be tender, fall off the bone, or not chewy. So what we're gonna do here is called velveting. Velveting meat in takeout is when you season your beef with salt, pepper, a bit of water, baking soda, and cornstarch. The cornstarch coats and helps when you fry and make it crispy, and the baking soda tenderizes it. You only need a pinch, else you're gonna ruin the texture and the taste of it. And as you're prepping, you're checking on your rice. The rice takes about 20 to 30 minutes to cook, so just plan that. Alright, now that everything is prepped, the sauce, the veggies, and the protein, you're basically ready to go. So get your wok, or in my case, my big frying pan on high heat, and go in with your favorite oil. I'm using rapeseed today because that's what I've got. That's what the budget says. Now listen very carefully to what I'm going to say. This part is going to move really, really quick. This is the stir fry process. Alright, you taking notes? Whoever retains heat and has a lot of surface area, you're going to do everything on high heat. There's not going to be a moment that this is going to be off the heat, so it's going to move really quick from this point. First, get your beef in, cook that until it's like 70% cooked through, not all the way, just like enough to get a nice color and start the cooking process. It's going to finish in the rice, because once again, there's nothing worse than beef that's not tender. Beef is meant to be tender, melt in your mouth. Remove the beef once it's 70% cooked and set aside. Next step, add a bit more oil if your heart desires and get your broccoli in. We're going to steam / flash fry this. Add a little bit of water, salt and pepper, nothing more. Remember, all the flavor is going to come from the sauce, so we're layering it as we go. We ain't got a rush, just take your time with it. Pan fry the broccoli to your preference, but you're gonna know it's done and steamed when it's gotten brighter in color. And also just taste and see it. If you're vibing with it, if you're for it, you're for it. Alright, beef is done, broccoli's done. Next part, spring onions. The white of the spring onions, not the green bits, the majority part that is like lighter in color. We're gonna fry that to release some sweetness. So you're gonna fry your scallions, and onions have a natural sweetness to them, so when you fry, you actually caramelize it and get a bit of the sugars out. No more than like 1 to 2 minutes, just like a little something to fragrance the oil. Then you're gonna go, you see how that rice is falling apart and not clumped up? That's what we want. We don't want the rice to be mushy. We want the rice to be easy to work with and being single grain. You don't want them mushed up, because then that's just gonna be mushy. You want the rice single and falling apart like that. You're gonna saute / stir fry that on high heat. I'm going in with my garlic and ginger paste in the center so that I can also get the flavor in it. I like to add it towards the end so that it's more fresh as opposed to it frying out in the beginning. I like the notes of garlic and ginger. Now we're gonna go in with our all-purpose sauce, which is soy and oyster. You add back in your broccoli, go back in with your beef, and then you're gonna stir fry or like combine that. What I'm doing is called tossing and turning. I'm scooping with one and catching with the other, and then letting that mix. All of this, remember, high heat. Keep doing that for like a minute or two. Let the sauce incorporate. Now this is where it gets tricky. People are against MSG MSG. Me personally, I vibe with it. I've been eating it and I'm calm. But yo, if you're not for it, you're not for it. Just do what floats your boat. You could replace that with a bit of a vegetable seasoning or MSG free, like what else? Favorite MSG free broth cube fish sauce or whatever umami flavor that you want. Now that we're nearly done, we're gonna go in with our spring onions and sesame oils, because that goes in like 20 seconds before you go off, because it gives it fragrance, nice crunch and texture. Now you lot peep that. Can you see the cinematography? I'm actually proud of this video. I really appreciate you being here and sticking to the end. Leave a comment, like, share, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts on it and come back next week. I promise you there's going to be an upload. I promise you. And if not, swipe through for the short form, because I got short form coming to you throughout the week. Love to you all. I really appreciate you. Now let me know. Now I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know your thoughts, your comments, and what you want to see next. I got a lot coming, plenty in store. So stay tuned, share to someone, help a brother out.